Yo, 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 this is Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider, because Ben Riley deserves better.
And this is Samir, the King in Black, and no, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Just because people hate
so Ben Riley, like most spiders, deserves nothing because they don't want to improve their situation. They don't go they don't take care of themselves. So at this point, I don't care. Peter don't care. I don't care.
Ben was taking care of himself.
Was he though?
Yes, he was. So Ben was actually working for a company named Beyond, and he was basically like Peter's fill-in because Peter had like serious radiation poison, and then the Marvel decided to screw him over again. The company basically like took his memories, and that's what caused him to become Chasm.
Lame.
Yeah, but guys, we are the Angry Blurs podcast.
Where the nerds are black and the nerds are angry.
All right. Speaking of angry, there's a 50-50 split for me. So this is basically CW news. Well, you know, let's start off, unfortunately, with some sad and somber news. So a legend in the comic book industry. You might not know him by name, but you know his creations. So John Romita Sr., who is the co-creator of Wolverine, Mary Jane Watson. He also drew Daredevil. I don't think he co-created Daredevil. Let me double check.
That was Frank Miller, wasn't it?
No, that was Bill Everett. What the fuck, bro? No.
What?
No, it's not Frank Miller.
Oh, well, Frank Miller. Okay, so he did Elektra.
He created Elektra.
Okay, that's an honest mistake. He was, who would think that he would create Elektra but not Daredevil?
He unfortunately passed away on the 12th of June at the age of 93. So his son, fellow comic book artist John Romita Jr., made a post on social media that said, "I say this with a heavy heart. My father passed away peacefully in his sleep. He is a legend in the art world, and would be my mentor to follow in his footsteps. It would be my honor to follow in his footsteps. Please keep your thoughts and condolences here out of respect for my family. He was the greatest man I ever met." This man drew for DC like in the late 70s, and after that he went to Marvel. So a few books you might know him from, like I said, The Amazing Spider-Man. He was an inker on Avengers. He drew an issue of Black Knight. He also drew on Captain America, The Incredible Hulk. Kingpin had a book in '97. Marvel Tales, the Marvel Treasury Special. Marvel used to have a Mystic line, Outlaw Kid, Ringo Kid, Doctor Strange as an inker. He did the Star Wars Droids comics in the '80s. Fantastic Four, Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man Annual, Uncanny X-Men, X Universe, Spidey as an inker. So that's basically the Earth X stuff. Untold Tales of Spider-Man, Vampire Tales, the Ultimate Spider-Man Super Special. He did the Tales to Astonish issue 67, which I believe was the first appearance of Giant Man. In '77 was the whole Tales of Suspense, was a Captain America book. Spider-Man, when Todd McFarlane was drawing it. The Spider-Man book that Todd McFarlane did. He drew issue 57. But yeah. So we definitely have to give a rest in peace to him. It's like I said, that man is actually responsible for like the designs of Punisher, Wolverine, Luke Cage, Bullseye, Tigra, and Brother Voodoo.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
We have another one as well.
Who else passed?
Ian Mcgingty. Remember the
the
artist for Invader Zim?
Yeah.
38. Yes. That was surprising. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So
no cause of death.
When I read the post, no cause of death was listed. So we don't know how he passed. So this just came as sudden news. Let's just see if there's been any updates actually.
Yeah, I think he drew the comic. He wasn't. He didn't have anything to do with the show. I'm looking
Right, but he has a very I mean, his art style though, like you imagine how influential it was for many people.
Yeah,
like, it's probably inspired so many current artists as that are out right now.
Yeah, he also worked on the Adventure Time comic, Bee and Puppy Cat. But yeah, no cause of death was given. Yeah, I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, no cause of death is currently.
So we definitely have to give a rest in peace to those two individuals. 38 is young, dude. That's literally us next year. All right.
Okay, so apparently it was natural causes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse. All right. So, 2 bits of news to come out of the CW. Gotham Knights has been canceled.
Woo!
It's about damn time.
I don't know anyone who's watching that show. Shout out to the homie Bodan Nesbachini. I made the post about it. He was like, wait, I thought this already got canceled. I'm like, nah. He's like, who the hell was watching this? I'm like, I don't know anyone who was watching this. Samir, do you know anyone who was watching Gotham Knights?
I was supposed to watch at least a little bit of it.
Yeah, we were going to give the pilot a shot, but then I was like, nah, let's not even do it because we just want to spend 40 minutes ragging on it. And Superman and Lois has been renewed for a 10-episode 4th season. So that's
are seasons usually that short?
It's usually 15, so they cut 5 episodes. And
because of the writer's strike?
I don't know if it's because of the writer's strike or the fact that Next Gen or whoever the hell it is owns the CW now. So they're doing a lot of budget cuts over there as well. So they removed 4 of the series regulars. So I'm going to actually go into that a little bit more. Okay, so the series regulars who are going to be leaving the show are Dylan Wash, who plays Sam Lane, Emmanuel Chariki, who you might remember from that movie, Samir, 100 Girls. She plays Lana Lane. Eric Valdez, who plays her ex-husband, Kyle Cushing. Indy Navarrete, who plays their oldest daughter, Sarah. Wole Parks, who plays John Henry Irons from Alternate Earth. Taylor Buck, who plays his daughter. Whose name I'm drawing a blank on at the moment. And Sophia Hasnick, who actually owns the Smallville Gazette. They are being cut, and they are bringing in Michael Cudlitz, who is playing Lex Luthor this season as a series regular.
Okay.
So I'm like, you basically just bare boned the cast to just Clark, Lois, their 2 kids. They're the only 4 left from the original casting. And it's like the show is shot in Canada, so it's cheap. I honestly would have preferred for this to just move over to Max and everyone just keep their jobs. And even then, I don't know how they're going to do this Lex Luthor stuff because for the past 2 seasons, Lex has been in jail. And
when he break out?
No. An episode just aired this past Wednesday. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was at karaoke. So Lois actually found evidence to unfortunately get him out of prison, and it's one of those conscious.
Why?
Things. It's one of those conscious things because she wrote the article that got him put in jail, although he didn't do the crime. So she's feeling guilty, so she's gonna have to exonerate him, get him exonerated.
Question: do they know crimes he has committed that he isn't in jail for?
No.
Because this is a comic book counterpart. There's tons of people who are dead by his hands.
Yes, but there's never any evidence.
That's not the point.
It's the same thing, Samir. You can't put someone in prison without evidence or proof.
So, right. Okay. So let me get this. Let me see if I have this straight. Right. Okay. So she is privy to some evidence, to some knowledge that he's a terrible person and he's responsible for a ton of deaths. She knows this, but he's in jail for a crime he didn't commit. So she's like, I gotta let him out, even though he is guilty for other deaths. That's the logic we're going with.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's happened in the comics before.
I don't know. Well, it's stupid there. It's stupid there and it's stupid here.
I mean,
we got a problem.
It's a catch-22. Either you, not catch-22.
It's not a catch-22.
It's the telltale heart.
No, it shouldn't be. You're keeping a dangerous person off the streets.
Shouldn't be, but it is.
It ain't. You're keeping a dangerous person off the streets.
But yeah, so not only did this get scaled back, Walker also got scaled back. So Walker,
Texas Ranger.
no, it's just Walker. How many times I gotta tell you that?
Walker, Texas Ranger.
It's about Cordell Walker, but it's not called Walker Texas Ranger.
Walker,
You gotta think, Samir, how many reboots or reimagining of shows share the same name besides like the Knight Rider?
One Day at a Time, Wonder Years.
Well, Wonder Years is a continuation. It literally takes place in the same timeline.
Same.
It's just about a different family.
Still.
Okay,
let's
I'll give
see.
you that one. I mean, was there One Day at a Time before the Netflix one?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Also about a Cuban family. What else? I can't think of any other new remakes, but there has to be more.
Okay. But yeah, so yeah, they cut the episodes of Walker in half, so now Walker's going to be a 13 episode season as opposed to 22. And Walker is one of those shows where there's no filler. Like it's broken down in like 3 arcs, but then like the 3 arcs are a general overarch. So like this last season, they were dealing with like a corrupt politician, a black ops military group that wasn't really affiliated with the military, and you found out that it was like one of the senators in Texas who was behind the whole damn thing because he was mad that his brother got killed in the army, despite the fact that his brother faked his death. So he was on some Donald Trump take back the country type stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I mean that's it. And everyone's hoping that, at least these characters can show up as guest stars. I mean, but I'm just like, man, I need my John Henry Irons. Oh, Natalie, she's Lois's daughter from the alternate universe that they're from. Yeah, so there's that. Samir,
Yes.
what story you got, man?
Okay. So, all right. So let's. Have you been keeping up with the worldwide gross of Across the Spider-Verse? It's doing very well.
It was until Transformers knocked it off the number 1 spot.
Yeah, but it held it for a few weeks though.
2 weeks, yes. But no, I haven't.
It's probably gonna come back up considering how I really hope Transformers. I'm so tiny spoiler.
I'm sorry,
I hope it doesn't do well.
I mean, Transformers is pretty much done, and Across the Spider-Verse is done. I mean, they're gonna. This is when they're gonna start the taper off because the Flash is coming out. Well, the Flash.
Oh yeah, that's gonna wreck the box office. You're right. So hopefully it takes the light off of Transformers. Because spoiler alert, don't like that movie.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later. All right. So were you gonna give us the numbers, or why did you just bring it up?
I'm doing that right now, actually. Yeah. So currently it's sitting at a worldwide gross of 400 million. Pretty good. And I think it reached what was its milestone? Hang on. It had a really big milestone, like it hit first time.
It basically broke into the Spider-Verse's box office within the first
in like a week or something like that. Which is pretty nuts because that movie did very well the first time it was out. Yeah,
yes,
pretty good. So I love to see it. Hopefully it does more numbers. What was the initial budget actually for this movie?
I don't know, dude. Aren't you looking at?
I'm checking right now.
Mojo?
I'm actually looking into that right now. The initial budget that would also key in. Oh, so the budget was apparently only 100 million. So that's very good. That's actually I'm surprised it's that low considering how good that movie looked.
Yeah, and people need to quit lying on the internet because everyone saw a tweet saying that it was going to be released digitally next month. So everyone's been sharing that news, and like Phil Lord, it was either Phil Lord or Chris Miller was like, nah, it's not going to be on digital until like maybe August or so. So y'all pre-ordering 4K Blu-rays for no reason. So chill.
You can.
Yeah, you can, but even then, it's just like, yo, relax. But yeah, speaking of Spider-Verse, we're actually getting the short film, The Spider Within. I mean, we don't have any evidence not any evidence, any knowledge of where this is going to be, if this is going to be put online or is it going to be included in the Blu-ray. So I'm trying to find out right now. Come on, man. I'm sick and tired of ads. Sorry, people. I can't skip the ad. I have to wait 8 seconds.
All right.
It's just so stupid. Rap, really? I get this how y'all make money because ain't nobody buying y'all crap. All right. Yeah. So basically, it's about Miles suffering from sleep paralysis and his original fear of spiders when he was a child. But yeah,
he didn't seem to have any in the first movie.
No, as a child, he's obviously like 13 in the first movie. That's why he just smacked the spider just.
He was older than 13.
Miles gets bit when he's 13.
Yeah, maybe not in the movie or in the comic.
Both.
Nah, because he was going to high school, so he could have been 13.
It's New York, so it's a middle school, high school. They combine those.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he was older.
But yeah, so like no. Oh shit! I did not mean to minimize that. Okay, as long as I didn't close it. But yeah, no update on where that's going to be released. Yeah, it just says he went to prep. He was getting ready to go to a prep school.
I'm telling you, he's older than 13 in the first Spider-Verse movie.
All right. So, speaking of comic book movies and TV shows, so yeah, guys, sorry, but we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for the Penguin and Daredevil Born Again. So, those both will be on hold for the duration of the writer's strike. So yeah, so Disney Plus confirmed that Daredevil Born Again was supposed to premiere sometime next year, but due to the fact that the writer's strike is going on, most of the writers have have joined the picket line, and so have a few cast members. Also with the Penguin, which was supposed to set to premiere sometime this year on Max. But, once again, a lot of the supporting actors and crew have picked up picket signs and joined the writer's strike. Samir, what are your thoughts on that? Quit caking with your wife.
It's not caking if she's my wife. I mean, I don't gotta trick her into anything. She's already bought she already got a hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, but you gotta keep her though.
All right. Now, what was the question?
What are your thoughts on Daredevil Born Again and the Penguin shutting down for the writer's strike?
Oh, I mean, it's a lot of things have gotten pushed back. Honestly, we should go through all the delays right now.
I mean, we've talked about them as they come along. So, I mean,
right, but we got a couple. That sucks. I definitely want to see Daredevil, but I mean, shoot, look at what happened with Avatar. Avatar got pushed back too.
I mean, so that's going to be my next story. That's just Disney just shuffling the schedules around.
Yeah, they shuffling that around. So it's like freaking Zoe Saldana's going to be like 53 by the time the next movie come out.
No, by the time the last one comes out, genius.
Whatever. Point is, she gonna take a while. And then and the Kang Dynasty and Secret War. Yeah, what?
Why are you taking my next story? I asked you what were your thoughts on the production being shut down on Born Again and the Penguin.
Is it still coming out?
Yes, but TBD.
Then I don't care.
Okay,
it's still coming. I don't care. It just got delayed because of the writer's strike. That's it. As long as they didn't cancel it, I don't care. All right. Now the Penguin, honestly, that can get canceled. I don't know why they're making a Penguin show. To be honest, I don't think that character is interesting enough to stand on his own, and I don't know why they're making that show. I said this before. I said it again. Don't care. But again, I'm glad it's happening. It's okay to delay it because of extenuating circumstances, etc., etc. I'm a little more upset about the Avatar though.
Well, you got your next story.
All right, yeah. So those are, I guess, the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars were delayed to May 26th.
You know what? I'm just gonna do this because you're half-assing it. So yeah, let me just go ahead and do this.
Wait a minute, just read the dates. It's not half-assing it. I mean, what else do you need to know if the dates and the titles and dates of things getting delayed? What else do you need to know?
Moana will now be released June 27, 2025. Deadpool 3 will be moved up from November 8th, 2024 to May 3rd. An untitled Star Wars movie will be coming out December 18, 2026. Avatar 3 has shifted to December 19, 2025. Avatar 4, December 21st, 2029. And Avatar 5, December 19, 2031. So, obviously, based on that timeline, the last Avatar film will be coming out 22 years after the original. So, here's the Marvel stuff, because, Samir, like I said, it's half-assed.
I don't know why you got to split it up like this. All Disney.
Because I'm reading it based off of this article. Captain America, Brave New World is moving from May 3rd, 2024 to July 6th, 2024, which is in turn delaying Thunderbolts to December 20th, 2024. Blade will now be coming out Valentine's Day, 2025. Fantastic Four, May 2nd, 2025. Like Samir said, Kang Dynasty is getting pushed from May 2nd, 2025 to May 1st, 2025. Which is taking the place of Avengers Secret Wars, which is now leaving from May 1st, 2026 to May 7th, 2027. And the Star Wars films, one's being pushed from December 19th, 2025 to May 22nd, 2026, while another one is set for December 17th, 2027. And the Alien movie, produced by Ridley Scott, that's directed by Fede Alvarez, who we know from Evil Dead, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that will now be coming out August 16th of next year.
There's no tag.
But yeah, so they also said in regards to Avatar, the space between the sequels will allow the post-production and visual effects department to continue expanding, developing, and refining the different ecosystems across the vast world of Pandora. So yeah, and John Landau said each Avatar film is exciting, but an epic undertaking that takes time to bring the quality level we as filmmakers strive for and audiences have come to expect. The team is hard at work and can't wait to bring audiences back to Pandora in December 2025. See that, Samir? I listed everything. You was like, nah, man, just Avatar and Marvel. So, do I need to go again, or
all right? When do you want to start hitting the Summer Game Fest announcements?
I mean, you could pretty much cover that because I didn't get time to watch the rest of it. Unfortunately, it's just been busy and burnt out.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and pull some of those up right now. So, all right. So they did show the trailer for Fable. That looked pretty dope. Teased something suspiciously Fable for like on Twitter just days before the showcase, and then they dropped a full blown trailer. It didn't have. I mean, it was an in-engine trailer, but those can be tricky. You have to kind of wait and see. It did have a celebrity cameo.
Yeah, I saw that one British dude who.
Richard. Richard Aedo. I don't know.
I don't know how to say his. I don't know how to say his last name.
I'm butchering his name. I apologize. But yeah, as Dave the Giant, and so basically the game's going to feature over the shoulder combat, and obviously it's hilarious tone that it had previously. So it should look pretty good. Hopefully, I'll keep my eye on that one. Also, Ubisoft revealed their Star Wars Outlaws trailer. And
that was the only thing I saw that looked good.
Well, I mean, that's because you only like everything else is just not in your cup of tea. You're so picky.
Fable's an Xbox exclusive. I don't own a PC. But
no, I'm just saying you could just buy an Xbox.
Where am I going to put it, Samir?
Next to the other consoles you own. That's just a strange question.
Okay, so just imagine a desk, right? So on my desk, I have a little lockbox on one far side, In the middle, I have basically my surge protector. On top of that, my Apple TV, my Switch, my cable box, and on the far left side of that is my PS5. So I have no space. And all of my HDMI ports. Okay, so on the floor, on the left side of that is a mini fridge, which is in the corner, and in between the little.
Why do you have a mini fridge still?
Okay, why are you questioning my stuff? Okay, so I'm just supposed to throw away a mini fridge because I don't necessarily need it anymore?
Yeah, that's what happens. You can also gift it to somebody, Goodwill, things like that. The point is, you don't need a mini fridge. Just take a lot of space in your room. It's just claim you don't have any space in it.
Well, in between the TV stand and the mini fridge is my subwoofer.
Right, I'll get rid of the fridge. Anyways, we're going to get back to it. So
you gonna quit fridge shaming me? Okay, I have too many fridges.
Why?
Okay, so we're doing this now. So the original mini fridge I bought was like almost 20 years ago now because my godbrother used to actually.
Yeah, that's why you buy a mini fridge. Why do you need them now?
Simple. I wake up in the middle of the night. I just go to my fridge and get some water or some lemonade.
You can't walk to the kitchen?
Sometimes I don't feel like it.
That's not good enough reasons to give up all that space in your room.
It's not all that space. A mini fridge is probably 3.5.
But you don't have space for an Xbox.
Okay, I also don't want an Xbox.
That's the one excuse you gave, though. Don't say you don't have space for one. You do.
I don't have space. Samir,
yes,
I'm not putting a game system on the floor.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you can. A lot of people do.
I can, but I don't.
You can. All right. Freaking ridiculous. All right. Anyways, Star Wars Outlaws. Okay, so it introduced the main character, Kay Vess, an infamous scoundrel of the Outer Rim. Just gunning down. You see her engaging Empire stormtroopers. You see her doing stealth takedowns of Syndicate soldiers. It looks pretty dope. Honestly, I can't wait. In the third person shooter stealth combat, chef's kiss so far. Now, again, this was I don't know how close this is going to be to the actual article that we get, the genuine article, but I'm pretty cool. I'm cool with this so far. Oh yeah, and she has a cute animal companion that looks like a cross between a cat and an axolotl. Looks pretty dope.
Okay.
What's not love?
I don't know.
Yeah, so
but you know how the internet be. They're gonna be mad.
Controversy. I forgot about that. Yeah, so there is some issues with the female protagonist for some reason. Like they got mad about that, like it's woke or something because it's political, because it's a female character. No one said anything about Cal Kestis when he dropped out. Other than that, maybe he was a little boring. But that was it. That's all they had to say about Cal Kestis, right?
I mean,
they dropped this lady on there. All the little neckbeards when they come out and say something. What the hell?
I mean, did no one not? I mean, obviously no one played Battlefront 2, but I mean, the protagonist in Battlefront 2 was a female Imperial soldier.
Yeah, and she was a Black Ops Imperial soldier. Yeah. What was Aiden something?
I don't remember. I never beat the game.
Crap, that's gonna drive me crazy. What's that lady's name?
It doesn't matter, but yes,
it do matter.
So it's Samir. It's a game that no one played. I mean,
the story was actually good.
Yeah, but no one actually played. No one bought Battlefront for the story. Everyone bought Battlefront to play online, and then they found out about the loot boxes, and they said, "Screw you guys."
Yeah, I didn't Versio. There we go. That's what the character's name was. Honestly, yeah, the story mode is the only one you should play. Anyways, Bethesda gave us a lot of Starfield. They gave us gameplay. They gave us a cinematic. It was pretty dope. I'm still on the fence about the game. I'm still looking into it because I tend to not like some of pretty much any of Bethesda's RPGs, but I will give this one a whirl if it brings a lot of new things to the table that I haven't seen from them before. So I'm tentatively excited, but it looks really amazing, and it had a very long presentation. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. They showed us a trailer for Alan Wake 2 and gameplay.
I mean, didn't we already have that stuff from
Yeah, but this one had more gameplay to it, and it showed us menus and things like that. and it looks more akin to the recent Resident Evil remake games in terms of the inventory and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Was there
And okay, we got a huge trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and a release window too. And oh boy, there's a lot to unpack with that. I mean, I can't even begin to think what they're doing with this narrative right now, because there's so much stuff that's different from the original game, and they dropped so much implications in this trailer. Like Sephiroth saying, "I killed her. I know I did. Who is that?" Right? Like he's referring to Tifa, because if you play the original game, like Tifa got, he struck her down, and she clearly was severely injured by Sephiroth. But in this version, apparently she died, according to Sephiroth, and he's like, "Who's that lady? I don't know who that is." That shows how like the other girl I killed, So I want to see what that line of
spoiler, dude.
It's in the trailer. They showed it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and also it's Final Fantasy VII. Like a game came out like 30 years ago.
Okay, some people didn't play it. I mean, we might have somebody listening to the podcast who wasn't born 30 years ago,
and they get the game spoiled to them. I'm like, that's on you then. I don't have to tell you. Sorry for being born back then.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Not sorry. Okay, that's like if I ruined the end of Reservoir Dogs to you, a movie that came out in the 80s. Like, okay, I'm sorry that you weren't born around the time that movie was popular for you to go see it, but sorry, not sorry at all. Okay, wow. Next trailer. So Obsidian showed the trailer for Avowed and a release window.
And Reservoir Dogs came out in the 90s, dude.
Who cares? So Avowed takes place in the same universe as Pillars of Eternity, and it's kind of in that same vein of old school Elder Scrolls and Fallout that Obsidian is known for, and there's basically a return to form for them. So a lot of people are excited about this one, and you don't have to play Pillars of Eternity to know what's going on in this game. It's all just a fresh experience. So it looks pretty dope if you like that sort of thing.
Okay. What else we got?
A lot of AA and indie titles have been announced during Summer Games Fest, and I love it. We need more in that space. And South of Midnight was announced, and it's a Xbox exclusive as far as I can tell.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and it's just this weird atmospheric, broody game. I don't know, it's strange, but basically it showed. The trailer was it was weird. The trailer was super weird. It had this really weird looking dude with these crazy gnarly hands, and he's just strumming his guitar in the bayou. It's great. It's awesome. Honestly, I can't wait to see more of that. Check that one out. Looks great. If I had to pick out any more standout moments of it, let's see. They showed us. What do you think of the Prince of Persia game?
I mean, we talked about that one last week, and I said,
yeah, well, they showed us more. What were your thoughts on that?
I honestly don't care, because it's like, yo, give me my Sands of Time remake that you promised me like a year and a half ago.
Right, but you're a Prince of Persia fan. Don't you want new stuff in that vein?
I do, but this one just looks like a poor man's, honestly, mobile game. It's a side scroller. It's not open world. I'm sorry. It's not a third person game like the Prince of Persia's that I know and love. So that includes the Sands of Time.
Prince of Persia started as a side scroller, right?
Okay, and a lot of things have evolved from side scrollers. So I'm about to pull a you right now. You don't always have to go back for nostalgia purposes, okay? It's like that Sonic game you talked about last week. Give me another open world Sonic game like, the hell's the damn game called? I Own It.
Sonic Frontiers?
Yes, thank you. I almost said Sonic Forces. That's a whole different game, right? Yeah, like Sonic Frontiers. So can I get I'm still waiting for the DLC for that to drop.
Wow. All right, well, for the resident Prince of Persia fan, there you go. Also, they showed us so much gameplay from Mortal Kombat 1. It looks so good. Oh my god, I can't wait.
we didn't get more gameplay than what we talked about last week.
Nah, they gave us a lot. It looks so good. It looks so good. I know. I'm glossing over this one. I just saw more of it. They announced that they showed gameplay. It looks amazing. Let's see what else did they give us. RFC Fortnite had a Transformers announcement.
Yeah, I brought that up last week.
Yeah. So we got more. Like a Dragon. Like a Dragon Gaiden. The man who erased his name. Was officially his release date of November 9th. And it's basically a spin-off of the long-running Like a Dragon series, formerly the Yakuza series. What?
I thought it was still called Yakuza.
It's called Like a Dragon now.
But they had a game called Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yeah, I know. But
so
now
it's not called Yakuza anymore?
Now it's just called Like a Dragon apparently.
Man, what the fuck?
Why? Why you get stuck up on names and titles so much? It's not a big deal.
Because names mean things, Samir.
They do. Like a Dragon sounds cool.
It's like if I just randomly started calling you Roland on the podcast. You're like, no, my name ain't Roland, it's Samir.
That's different because if I decided to call myself Roland, that's fine. All right? They took their game and decided to call it something else. Now, and you tripping out. You didn't name the game.
Bro, they did name the game. So everyone's still going to be calling this Yakuza. I'm sorry.
Well, anyways.
Don't worry. I mean, you know I'm right.
No, you're not right. So, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, they revealed the gameplay for that. And, all right, so
you thought it was Toxic Crusader, which is actually the Toxic Avengers cartoon with all the other toxic people.
Right. So, excuse me. Sorry, long day. So, so it's a first-person zombie action game, which we got a ton of those, right? Yeah. This one sets itself apart by being
placed in the 80s, right? Because it's John Carpenter.
No. I mean, yeah, it's ode to 80s action and horror, but it's also tied to vehicle combat a little bit. Like you and your friends.
You just said horror like you from Boston. Horror.
Like you and your friends get into a Humvee, you all get like turrets and stuff, and there's like barbed wire on it, you got to maintain that, and you're basically driving through hordes of zombies. And sometimes they get stuck in the mud, and you have to basically coordinate the mission to pull it out of the mud. You have to have people on guns, people on defense, people on offense. So it might be fun if you can get a team going. Seems pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds good. You know what I miss? And I'm about to really age myself, and I'm pretty sure you might miss it too. So we love co-op games, right?
Sure.
For the most part. But I miss co-op games where I could actually play with my friend in the same house.
You mean couch co-op?
Yes. So like the days of like Resident Evil 6, or Kane and Lynch. But those days are long gone because everything has to be online now.
Okay, so this brings me to my next announcement. Baldur's Gate 3, a game that actually has couch co-op, released a bunch of new content, and it gave us a date for the podcast from the live cast from hell, however they call it. Anyways, the final live cast from hell. So the game is apparently on track to get released in August, and it looks really good. I have really no more to say about the game. I'm just excited to hear it. And yes, Bernard, it has couch co-op. You should play it.
Nah, I'm cool on Baldur's Gate.
Also, we got Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden. Is a new action RPG from the creators of Vampire. I like Vampire. It was a dope game. And
I thought it was just Vampire. Is that the one with the
doctor? Yeah, the doctor. He's running around.
He got his hand over his mouth. He doing like hip hop cover shit.
I mean, I think that's. I don't know. But Don't Nod gave us a good presentation for it. This was really cool. So you have this guy fighting ghosts and other specters and things like that, and it's basically this twofold combat because your companion character, who, if I'm not mistaken, in the narrative is the main character's dead wife. They have to trade off and on from the spirit world, one from the living world. So looks pretty cool.
Giving Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver.
Yeah, sure. Looks really dope.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, we got stuff from Exo Primal. Blah blah blah. Liza P got a demo released and a release date.
Yes, Samir. So you played the demo. How was it?
I actually didn't play the demo yet. I didn't get around to it.
So you played the Final Fantasy 16 demo before Lies of P?
I mean,
what's your excuse? Is Final Fantasy 16?
it is. I mean, that's kind of a good excuse.
Look, I'm just saying, one came out a week before the other. And you were talking about Lies of P for the past 2 years. So, but okay.
Let's see. So many announcements. Remnant 2 has a release date revealed. It's launching on July 25th. They gave us more gameplay and trailers. I mean, I can go a lot on. I mean, on a lot more, but we're kind of running into our time a little more. But yeah, we have. I don't know. I think Summer Games Fest has been doing pretty good. I like all the announcements so far. Pretty excited about it.
Yeah, old boy from what the fuck? G4 is he making bank now.
Jeff Keighley.
Yeah.
Yeah, for game trailers.
Not even from G4.
Was he from G4? I thought it was from game trailers.
Either one, whatever.
I could be wrong. Maybe
bank
he was
now.
from G4. Maybe he did both. Is it Jeff with a G or with a J?
I would probably say a J. The only Jeff I know with a G is Jeff Johns. Nope, it's a G.
It's a G. Yeah, it's Geoff. Geoff.
He did both.
Okay.
Yeah, because game
Game
trailers.
trailers. Shout out.
It's on Spike, and then he went over to G4. All right, so something that we said we were going to start talking about more on this podcast, despite the fact that Samir really doesn't do it, is comic books. Because I brought up, hey man, we should review Street Fighter, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vs. Street Fighter issue 1, which came out about 2 weeks ago. Did you read it yet, Samir?
I'm busy. I'm moving. Hey, spoiler, guys. I'm moving. So
how many times you gonna say that? It's not a spoiler. It's your life.
Look, sir. I'm busy.
But you ain't too busy to play Final Fantasy 16 demo. What's your excuse for that? That's content for the pod, because that comic could have also been content for the pod.
I didn't play it that much.
I could have sworn you said you beat it. Do I have?
I'm playing Diablo 4.
Exactly. All right. So this is what I wanted to bring up. So I already talked about the Ultimate Invasion crossover that's supposed to be starting sometime this month, right? It's basically like the Ultimate Universe is back and it's kind of crossing over with 616. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
All right. So due to the fact that, it's been 20 plus years since the creation of the Ultimate Universe, and 6 years since it's kind of been blown up and restructured by the Fantastic Four.
But go on.
No, good riddance, bro. The Ultimate Universe is back, baby. So yeah, they're relaunching the Ultimate line of comics, and your favorite writer is actually going to be the head of it. Jonathan Hickman, you idiot.
Oh yeah, please keeping this up busy with. He ain't my favorite writer.
I don't know, man. He brought back the X-Men. He put them in drop lists. Putting the X across your chest like you Exhibit. Exhibit did it first. Yes, he did.
Don't care if he did it first. It's who did it best.
The Exhibit. Or
that dude ain't even relevant. You over here jocking him because you hate the X-Men because you're racist, and then you just want to be that guy. No one knows who Exhibit is.
Wow, I like how I'm racist because I don't read X-Men books. There's 58 X-Men books and counting. How you gonna have a Fall of X and keep releasing more books?
Okay.
I thought this was the Fall of X. Why does Storm have a book now? Ultimate Invasion is actually supposed to be starting June 1st, and Ultimate Universe issue 1 will be coming in November. And like I said, that's going to be written by Jonathan Hickman and drawn by an artist we haven't seen forever and a day, Stefano Caselli. Samir, do you remember who Stefano Caselli is? Probably not, because you're bad with artists. Sometimes.
Was that the guy who drew Nomad?
Nomad. No. Ricky Barnes? No.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Ian Rogers. No.
Oh.
You gonna do another guess, or you just gonna keep looking at the poll?
No, go ahead. Tell me who it is.
He drew Avengers: The Initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's actually good to see him back in comics. So yeah, so I cannot wait to see
What's the guy's name?
Stefano Caselli. You all now you can Stefano Caselli.
Cassetti or Caselli?
Selly, I literally just said LL.
Okay, I got it right here. Okay, hang on.
Like LL Cool J.
Hang on. I mean, you keep going. I'm just looking at something real quick.
I mean, I ain't got no more talking about this.
Oh.
So I'm just waiting for your reaction. You just staring at the screen like a retard.
Wow, don't use the R word.
I said, bruh.
Nah, son, that's not how that works. Don't do that. Don't get us canceled.
I mean, you done said some more stuff.
Bernard's views and opinions does not reflect the Angry Birds podcast.
Oh, what happened if we accrue? What happened to now?
Now when you being toxic.
Nah, if I got to get beat up by the Rock, you joining me in the toxicity.
Criticizing a douchebag celebrity isn't the same as punching down to a marginalized group.
I wouldn't call the Rock a douchebag because he made poor choices.
I didn't like how he came in and dish-tracked those characters. Nah.
Okay, once again, poor choices does not make him a douchebag.
Yeah, it does. Your choices and actions make up who you are. You decide to do something that says something about your character.
Okay, that also says something about his business decisions. The Rock is literally a person who will stop and take photos with everyone and run late to stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know. Look, I'm just saying. He also is obsessed with his branding, and it tanked his public image. Anyways,
it didn't tank his public image. It took a hit, but I wouldn't say tanked. Yeah. Good grief, dude. I mean, you gonna chime in on Stefano Caselli's artwork, or you just gonna?
Oh, he's good art. His stuff is good. Stuff's good.
You got a story or not?
Yeah. Okay. So, there's been something. Okay, this is a kind of an impromptu thing that I've been following. Have you been looking into this business with Martin Freeman?
No. What the hell happened with Bilbo Baggins?
He's Yeah, someone found some old tweets and it's looking bad.
Oh God.
Yeah,
People got nothing better to do than to go digging for old tweets.
I don't know. These are some bad tweets though. It's like
so they trying to get him fired like they did James Gunn. So we ain't gonna have.
I'm trying to figure out when these tweets came out because depending on how old they are, it could be really bad. Because if it's like just 5 years, F out of here, bro. You should know better. Like, and it's not. It's pretty racist. All right. I'm trying to see if I can find the actual Twitter thread that we found.
And even then, do we even know if it was really him? Because the way Twitter Blue is set up, anybody can just.
No, it was. It's on enough sites to where it might be a problem.
So yeah, I just literally typed in Martin Freeman and it's coming up on Sportskeeda. So a TikTok user flashed screenshots of an anonymous conversation posted on the Tumblr blog that claims the Sherlock star thinks racism is wrong, but multiculturalism divides rather than unites people.
I'm just saying, I think Marvel does not need any more problems, to be honest, considering the whole other thing with Tanaka Hiroicha, which he, by the way, he refuted the claim, so it's like it's up in the air now with that thing. So there's that. But then this pops up, and it's like,
okay, so I didn't even see anything about tweets, but I saw that he was talking about how multiculturalism divides people instead of uniting them in a 2008 interview with Daily Mail. So these are a bunch of quotes. So I don't know if they're taken out of context because they didn't even put the actual.
It's a strange statement. It's a strange
Daily Mail.
It's a strange stance to have when you're a white British person, though. A white, wealthy British person. It's strange. It doesn't make you Hitler, but it's definitely tone deaf.
All right. So, like I said, these are all just quotes taken out of context. We said multiculturalism hasn't and doesn't help because rightly or wrongly, it polarizes people so much. Racism is one thing, and I don't agree with that in any form, but noticing that there are differences in normal and fine and to be encouraged. And he said, we've reached a state where you shouldn't notice. Why are you noticing he's got a bomb and has a beard and is Muslim and wants to kill your family. There is no country in a world like this. Then he gave an example of Ghana and how its citizens would notice if traffic wardens are Welsh and might not like it. So he said, we give ourselves a hard time in this country in a sort of mea culpa way. But if we were that racist, people would become very simple. Then he also talked about hip hop and how he really liked the music genre until gangster rap took over. All right, so this is where it gets tricky. I come from a time when not every rap record was nigga this and nigga that, and earlier socially and morally conscious hip hop sensibility when it was don't call people nigga, but now it's nigga nigga nigga. No. Politically, artistically, or socially, I just don't like it.
Oh, he should know better, bro. He really should. It's like he kind of stepped in the landmine on purpose.
I mean, he's also British, so they like 10 years behind on the racism.
Right, and not looking good.
Let me rewind that. They're like 50 years behind on the racism because we saw how they did Meghan Markle.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on that. But what color is the baby gonna be?
I mean, I ain't talking about just the royal family. I'm talking about the whole country as a whole. I mean, the Brits are just kind of slow.
Right. Anyways, yeah. So I thought that came out of nowhere. I wanna like Martin Freeman, but after that comment, I gotta put him in. I almost gotta put him in the Joe Rogan category. He ain't that bad, but he's pretty bad.
I mean, he was literally. I mean, he do got a point. The 90s and gangster rap was literally nigga this, nigga that, nigga.
That, yeah, we can say that though. All right, it is nigga this, nigga that. Okay, and it should be nigga this, nigga that. All right, what I got to do with him? What he comment he got to say about that?
Because he
has no business commenting about that.
I mean, he said he liked rap. That's why he said it. Did you not?
That's fine, but is rap made for a wealthy British guy?
I don't think he was wealthy in the 70s and the 80s.
Man, I bet he's a nepo.
All right. Bruh, he was born in 1971. He was 10. I'm sorry, he was 2 when rap started. Rap started in 1973.
I get that.
But what? Why you just pause? You there?
Because I'm looking at his backstory. That's why.
I'm like, did you freeze up? You like, I get that. Yeah, I don't think Martin Freeman is a nepo baby.
I don't think he's enough baby, but that's not the point. All right. Point is, I really don't think someone in his position should be saying anything about that sort of thing. All right, just like I don't think a bunch of cis men should be commenting or arguing about abortion. But here we are. You know, there's some things that certain groups shouldn't argue into when we have no stake in it. You know, but the world is the way it is, and we still have to argue it. You know. By the way, the Angry Birds are pro
blurs. We are blurs, not birds.
What did I say? Birds?
You birds.
Blurs.
You always
blurs
say
are
birds.
pro-choice.
Yes.
All right, just to put that out there. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, what are we talking about now?
I mean, I don't think I have any more stories. Let me.
Hey, let's talk. Oh, actually, I got to pull it back up again. Did you? Okay, you probably didn't.
Wait, I got one more. All right, so Knuckles TV series news. So Christopher Lloyd, Carrie Hughes, and a few more have actually joined the spinoff series. So, do you know who Carrie Hughes is?
Yeah, he's from Princess Bride, the first Saw movie. That's all I got. Oh no, that's not true. He was in. I think wasn't he also in that Disney Jungle Book movie from like in the 90s?
I was going to say Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh yeah, Robin Hood Men in Tights as well.
Or Twister. Surprised
no, wait, Twister?
Yeah, he's in Twister.
Who? Oh, was he the rival?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that was him. Right.
But yes, he was also in the Jungle Book. And obviously, you know who Christopher Lloyd is. Stockard Channing is also joining the cast. Do you know who Stockard Channing is?
No.
All right. I'm going to give you 2 hints. One you watched as a child. Well, both of them you watched as a child. But one's a live action musical based in the 50s, and the other one is a futuristic story with cops and vigilantes. I'm gonna let the wheels crank for a minute.
I mean, the only thing I think of is Newsies, but that's not it.
Nigga, you saw Newsies?
Yeah, who hasn't?
But no, me.
Well, you're uncultured.
Fuck you. You want another second to guess about the future one?
Cops and vigilantes?
Yes.
I mean, Watchmen?
That doesn't take place in the future. That takes place in the 80s.
Oh, cops and vigilantes. I mean, Minority Report?
Ain't no damn vigilantes in Minority Report. I said animated.
Oh, animated. I really can't.
Okay, so she's Rizzo in Grease, and she was Barbara Gordon in Batman Beyond.
Oh.
She was also in 6 Degrees of Separation with Will Smith.
Okay.
All right. Paul Scheer and Rob Hubel have also joined the cast. So this is still currently slated to come out, like I believe they said, the beginning of the year, while Sonic 3 is supposed to be coming out December of next year. So I can't wait to see this because, like we already said, Rory McCann and Kid Cudi were already announced to be part of the cast. So I wonder who Christopher Lloyd's going to play.
I'm surprised Christopher Lloyd's still working.
What the fuck? You just saw him in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised he was there too.
Oh God. Leave Christopher Lloyd alone. I know you like he old. If that man want to work, let him work. But yeah, what you got?
All right. I forgot this one announcement because I it wasn't in the list that I was reading off of, but they gave us a pretty meaty trailer and gameplay presentation of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which I thought was a dumb idea when I initially heard it, but now I'm like, no, it's a good idea. So if I were to give it a describe it,
description,
briefly, it would be like a brief description. It would be like Avatar meets Far Cry, right? Essentially, or Avatar with a Far Cry skin, in terms of gameplay, and you would think that's enough, but they did a lot more. So basically, you have all the standard stuff. You get to ride the horses, you get to fly in the air with the dragon thingies, various weapons and things like that. But what I'm excited about is the lore dump they're going to do. So, currently with the movies, we've only covered the Amatakaya tribe and the Mitkaina, right, which is the water one, right?
Hey,
but they're going to touch
Avatar comics.
They're going to touch on this comics also, but they're going to touch on all the tribes, or at least a good number of them that haven't even been touched on in the movie, let alone mentioned. So I'm excited about that because there's tribes for almost every single biome in Pandora. So this is going to be pretty massive, you know? And honestly, if you love Avatar even a little bit, you got to check this game out now that I think about it. And so far, the game looks dope, and honestly, I can't wait.
Okay, that makes one of us because, like I said, I'm pretty much done with Ubisoft. And it's not even Avatar at this point; it's just Ubisoft. I don't know, but I just sent the link to the guys from the 3 Shades. We're gonna give them a second to connect because, like I said, I don't even have any more stories. And we've been talking for about an hour now. But yeah, so hopefully they hurt them log in soon. But how was work, man?
It's work.
Really, that's it. It just is work. I mean, I get it. You don't want people to know what you do. Shit. I mean, I almost died today. I didn't. Just tired from, bro, heat exhaustion. I'm drinking like water, like left and right. And it just wasn't enough, bro. I had like almost a whole gallon of water. But yeah, I was like, oh man, this is getting A little out of hand. Like the heat index said it felt like 108. And my manager's giving everybody Gatorade and stuff tomorrow just to make sure we all stay hydrated. But I was like, man, damn. Like, and I wear dry fit shirts, so like, dude, even though I wear dry fit tees, my shirt was just drenched in sweat. Then I had to go in the attic, and it was basically a hot box up there. But so yeah, I'm like, man, I gotta find a job indoors or something.
All right, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm looking at some of our timeline in the thread here, and I'm looking at the characters again from Gotham Knights, and I'm sorry, I'm just so flabbergasted about this show and the decisions that was made. I'm like, who are these people? It's like I cannot stress this enough how important costumes are in comic book properties. You can't just throw a bunch of people on screen and give them emo haircuts, and we're supposed to figure out who they are. Like, who are these people? They have no costumes, no visual personality. They're just a bunch of teenagers.
You think about it, Carrie Kelly didn't get her costume until the end of The Dark Knight Strikes.
True.
Or Rises, or whatever.
But Carrie Kelly is also very noticeable. You have a very thin, spry girl with short red hair, glasses, and that's Carrie Kelly.
And they made her black and gave her glasses, so what do you want?
That's who that is?
Yes, Olivia Robinson. She played Raven's daughter on Raven's Home.
Okay. And then
you gotta remember, Harper Row didn't get a freaking costume until the end of Batman Eternal, which was a year-long event.
Yeah, and she got the mask. What was she, Blue Jay?
Bluebird. And now she's limboed. Cullen never had a costume. And obviously Hunter Hayes doesn't exist. And Duella Dent is Joker's daughter from a different universe. And I never got why she had the last name Dent. I mean, like,
I never did either. Didn't she get killed or something?
I don't know. I remember she was trying to be a Titan before. Comics.
But she has a costume. In fact, her look should have been the most distinct in that group.
Yeah.
But whatever, nonsense. Anyways, another thing we didn't gloss over. Did you watch the Capcom released a brief trailer in 2020 about this third-person action game called Pragmata? Did you see they gave us more?
It sounds vaguely familiar.
Right. It's obviously in the RE engine, so it looks amazing. And honestly, we have no idea what it's about. It looks so cool. And they basically dropped the trailer to let us know that it still exists and they're still making it.
Good old Capcom. You can remake a Resident Evil game but not give us a new IP.
Yeah, we're getting one. They're teasing the next Resident Evil series game in the series. Also, Diablo 4 passes 666 million in sales. Apparently, I don't know if these numbers are real.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, they maybe just wanted to say, "Hey, 666, mark of the beast, blah 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 blah." I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of that is also microtransactions. So who knows?
Not many. There aren't that many microtransactions in that game, and like everyone keeps talking about the cash shop. To my knowledge, so far the cash shop has just several really expensive skins. There's no reason to go in there at the moment, and anyone who goes in there, that's your fault. I'm not even gonna put that on Blizzard. All right, they put these janky looking. They look pretty cool. Some of them look pretty cool, but you don't have to buy them. There's really cool gear in the game that you can get yourself. There's no reason to go in there, as far as I can tell. So if you get mad about that being there, that's one thing, because people hate cash shops in general, how they exist in the game that you paid $70 for. But it's not like they're forcing you to go in there. So I had that argument where, okay, I can ignore it. It's there. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. It's when you make the game terrible so that people go to the cash shop. That's when I have a problem.
I mean, I get it. But, hold on a second.
Oh, yeah. And Demon Slayer, actually, that's this Saturday. Demon Slayer this Saturday is getting his 70-minute episode that's
This
going to
past
basically
Saturday.
it's going to what was that?
I said this past Saturday because this episode comes out Sunday.
Whatever. It's going to give us the ending of the Swordsmith Village arc. So I can't wait for that. And and during Summer Games Fest, they also gave us a extended look. I forgot about this one. The extended look of Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, which is the spy thriller DLC, and it's going to cost. I think $30, which apparently it totally revamps the game. It gives you a lengthy 20-hour campaign. So that's about fair.
It needs to justify $30. Okay.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a 20-hour campaign.
Yeah. All right. So
I think it said 20 hours. It's a long campaign. This and it's going to drop like a ton of stuff. It's going to basically revamp the whole game. I'm actually pretty excited about it.
So we also got news that Zazie Beetz will not be returning for Deadpool 3.
I honestly I'm just on the fence about that movie. I don't even. I mean,
she's not in it.
No, that's not the problem I have with the movie. I'm just like because of Deadpool 2. Not even Zazie Beetz. She was the only problem I had with the movie. Mind you, I have to preface this. I love the actor. I love that she was in the movie. I hate the costume design. Just make her look like the character. That's all. I'm sorry. Mutants need to be, at least a good portion of them need to be visually interesting. Okay? I'm not saying they all have to look because a good number of the mutants look like regular humans. But just as many look like not regular humans. They look like aliens in some regards. There's Eye Boy. Boy got eyes all over his body. There's staple characters like Beast and Nightcrawler. Okay? Mystique. Sinister. Alright? They all look Sabretooth. They look like visually distinct characters. And then
we saw the bastardization of Sabretooth in the first X-Men movie. And the bastardization of Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique and the rebooted franchise.
Yeah, how she was all, I'm like,
it's like, bro, she looked good at first, and then it was just like it just went downhill like with every single movie.
Anyways, the point is, stop making visually interesting characters look like regular people. She looked like a regular person. I really didn't care for her design. That's the problem I have with. I love the actor. All right, she's amazing. And they should just made it look like a regular. Anyways, that's not the problem I had with it. The problem I had with it was all the mutants look like regular people in that movie. All of them.
Colossus.
Colossus looked like, he was the only person. Like all the budget was. What was that?
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut's not a mutant.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So they screwed up on that too.
I don't remember if they call him a mutant or not. So
no, he's a mutant.
You sure?
Yeah, I think they call him a mutant. It's like they had a whole school full of special mutant kids, and they all like normal kids. Like, what's their problem exactly? Like,
they can't control their powers.
Yeah, I guess, but I think it would be. I think it would behoove the story to make people look so visually different from everybody else that, in addition to not being able to control their powers, they have to deal with the social stigma of being different and looking different. Because you know how that is in our world. You can't look different.
Yeah, but you also know there's a shit ton of mutants that look normal.
Sure. I'm just saying, I'm tired of Fox being lazy. And now Disney's doing it too.
I mean, you don't even know Disney's doing that. You just going ahead and just jumping the gun. I mean, you see James Gunn had people of multiple colors and oddities and disfigurements in the Guardians movies.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan Fillion kept taking his helmet off, but
it's like you talking about Peter Quill. Like Peter Quill don't be walking around with his helmet off. That's 98% of Peter Quill in the Guardians book. Unless they're on the battlefield, his helmet is off. Like he's just gonna be talking to Gamora and Nova in the comic with his helmet on. So stop that. Hold on a second. Let me up. All right. So apparently, they're having issues. Hold on one second. Let me call this fool real quick. Yo. So you're having issues with the link?
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know if it's been leaking. It's just not loading right. It just kept spinning.
Yeah. You might have to download the app. I think that's what Chris had to do.
No, that's what it did. It downloaded the app. That's what that screenshot was.
Oh. Shit. Tablet?
Nah, bro. Man, just tell him what I said, bro. He's transphobic. Steve Young is the greatest quarterback of all time.
You're on speaker, so he can hear you.
Good.
I don't know if he's paying attention, though.
Alright. But yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well,
But yeah, your text messages woke me up anyway, so I'm tired. But I was trying to do it. I'm just tired to figure this shit out.
all right, man.
But yeah, man.
All right. See you.
Later.
All right, guys. So the Three Shades will not be joining us due to technical difficulties and sleepiness. All right. So let's go ahead and get into our review of Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
All right, so
I'm going to get the cast news and stuff like that first, because although I said I was going to do it for Across the Spider-Verse, I ain't mentioned nobody in the damn cast last week. All right. So this movie is directed by Stephen Caple Jr. And it is. Oh, come on now, Wikipedia. Here we go. Come on now. All right. And it is written by Joby Harold, Darnell Metayer, Josh Peters, Eric Hober, and John Hober. And this movie stars Anthony Ramos, Dominic Fishback, Luna Lauren Velez, Dean Scott Vasquez, Toby Nikwa, Michael Kelly, Sarah Stiles, Aiden Devine, and Lenny Parker. So those are the only humans. So Transformers, we have Peter Cullen returning as Optimus Prime. Ron Perlman returning as Optimus Primal. Peter Dinklage as Scourge.
oh,
Michelle Yeoh. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh as Air Razor. Pete Davidson as Mirage. Liza Koshy as RC. John DiMaggio as Stratosphere and Transit. And David Sokolov as Rhinox, Battletrap, and Ape Link. MJ Rodriguez as Nightbird. Coleman Domingo as Unicron, Cristo Fernandez as Wheeljack, and Tanguy Krisa as Cheetor. So, where you want to start, Mike?
Okay, so
Because honestly, I can honestly say I did not know once upon a time, back in the day of our childhood, that Ron Perlman was Optimus Primal.
oh yeah, that was I didn't know that either. But look, so I did not like this movie. In fact, I dare say that I hated it with the white hot intensity of 1,000 suns. And I will tell you why I hated it. All right, so this movie probably cemented my dislike of how they've been doing the franchise since its inception in 2007. All right. And it's hang on, I gotta let my cat in the room. Crazy.
Yeah, shut the damn cat
Out of the room. Hang on.
All right, let's go.
All right, sorry about that. She wasn't gonna stop. Okay, so yeah, I mean, first off, Bumblebee's character, right? They kind of remove him from the plot to make room for Mirage. You notice they did that, right? Like in the first encounter, he gets his ass kicked.
Yes.
And he's pretty much KO'd out of the whole movie for the duration of the whole movie, pretty much. And I'm like, there's no reason to do that. He's not even a real character at this point. Give the man his voice back and his personality. In fact, none of the Transformers really have personalities except maybe Optimus Prime and Mirage at this point, because everyone else was just either background fodder or one-liners.
Primal had, character.
Rhinox and Cheetor had no personality.
I didn't say Rhinox and Cheetor. I said Primal.
Air Razor, like they honor you. Look, what's the point of casting Michelle Yeoh if you're not going to use her? You could have put anyone in that voice. Anybody.
Hey man, maybe she wanted to do this. Maybe she wanted to pull a Raw Julia and do this for her grandkids.
Does she have grandkids?
I don't know. Oh,
right.
and another. Hold on, wait. Let me get this out before I forget again. So 2 weeks ago, when we congratulated Ming Na Wen on her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I said she was 54. That's cap. She is actually 59 and still looking fine.
That doesn't even have anything to do with this. But stay on topic, man. All right.
I didn't want to forget again, and we just brought.
Why does it matter?
Because facts matter, Samir.
No, not in this case. That fact was not prevalent to what we were talking about. And now we're on topic.
On it before, but now go ahead.
All right, so you know my stance on human characters in Transformers movies, right?
Yeah, and Loco said you're transphobic because you hate Transformers.
Say what now?
Loco said you're transphobic because you hate Transformers movies.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, at this point, it's not even like, I'm not. It's not even. I'm out of the target demographic at this point. It was legitimately not a good movie. It's like they have zero respect for this IP. Zero at this point.
All right. So the movie was good up until about the third act.
That means it sucks then. If you can't lay on third act, I have nothing to say to you.
And it wasn't the whole third act. It was just when Mirage died and they decided to make
an Iron Man suit. Humans are Transformers now. This is what I'm talking about. They have to put them in everything.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there because you cut me off. I was gonna say Mega Man.
Why?
Because he had a cannon.
So,
all right, but in all honesty, there were exosuits in the G1 Transformers, so I don't know if they were trying to pay homage to that or what. I looked it up already, so I don't know if it was from a Transformer that was basically destroyed in battle or what. But there were exosuits in the original Transformers cartoon from the 80s, and they actually could transform and use them for like space travel and stuff like that. So, like I said, I don't know if that was like a little homage to that or what. So, like I said, I pretty much did enjoy the movie, but I went into this movie.
There's not much to enjoy.
No, let me finish. So, I went into this movie expecting to see, our generation's Transformers. So, for those of us who were youngins in the 90s, we didn't grow up on G1 Transformers. Yes, we knew about G1 Transformers, but I don't recall watching G1 Transformers. My Transformers was Beast Wars. So I went into this movie expecting to see Autobots maximize. I mean, not Autobots. Maximals maximize, and they transformed once. Rhinox didn't speak at all.
So that wasn't the.
Rhinox didn't speak at all. I didn't get to see Rat Trap. I can't remember the tiger's name. We didn't even get any Predacons. We got Terracons. What the fuck is that? I wanted my Optimus Primal to look the way he did in his original Inception. Yeah, he kind of looked like it, but I actually dived a little bit deeper into this movie. So apparently they were actually going to use Maximals in The Last Night, hence the reason why Grimlock was in it. And this was based off of a character design that they had for The Last Night. So it's like, y'all can give me a Optimus Primal who was who had the blue and the black. I like the fact that they acknowledge that he is named after Optimus Prime, because they're like in some weird when they were traveling through space, they were in some weird time loop situation where they went to the past and the future or something like that. Also, I also hated the fact that they were not from Cybertron; they were from another planet.
Well, they have other colonies. They colonize other planets.
Yeah, but they weren't from Cybertron at all.
Right, but I'm saying Transformers have colonized other planets.
Yes, and I'm saying the Maximals were not from Cybertron. That was their whole thing.
But he went back to it in Beast Machines.
I'm talking about this movie, Samir.
Oh.
I know they went back to it in Beast Machines. We ain't talking about Beast Machines. We talking about Rise of the Beast.
Look, this movie is hot, trash, garbage.
I wouldn't say it's hot trash. It's,
my God,
warm.
do you remember the plane ride scene
Yes.
That movie, that scene summarizes the entire film. You have crap. What's the main character's the main actor's name?
Noah Anthony Ramos.
Anthony Ramos and Dominic Fishback talking, and the camera is focused on them in their conversation because they're going on about her dad and her and then their connection to New York. Yay, it's great. And you look at a blurred image of the Transformers in the background, not saying God thing nothing.
What the hell they have to talk about? What the hell they have to talk about?
The thing, their character. That's what I'm saying. Treat them like actual people and not props.
Samir.
They're not props, Bernard.
Samir, they kind of are. I mean, you got to remember, Transformers was made to sell toys that failed in Japan.
Okay, all right. Well, guess what? They're not props. Okay, I didn't grow up on G1, so you're right about that. We grew up on Beast Machines, okay, and Beast Wars. No humans. All right. Transformers Armada, which was the next series after that we got. So the millennials who watched Transformers when they're growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, Transformers Armada was really good. Took place almost entirely on Cybertron and then on an uninhabited Earth. Okay? No human characters. All right? Who are they marketing this to?
I didn't watch Armada.
All right, they had the whole thing with the mini-cons. It was definitely a toy thing, but that's not the point. It was actually well written. The point is, who are they selling this movie to? Exactly.
Kids.
Okay. And I guess kids who don't care about anything, they just need to see bright lights. There you go. All right?
Samir?
But your movie's not good. All right?
Samir.
It's not a good movie.
Samir?
All right, I'm getting angry now. Okay?
Samir?
Yes?
That's good. Stay on brand. All right? I got angry last week at Ben Riley. You getting angry?
I'm actually done with this franchise. They have shown me time and time again they do not know what to do with this series. I'm sorry. Let me get this straight. A sentient race of giant robots makes a huge apparatus, a ziggurat of energy, right? To bring forth this portal to drop a planet-eating demigod out of time and space. And this apparatus is going to have a human-sized hole, right? Because they designed it to have human-sized holes with a human-sized console so tiny beings can use it. That's what we're going with. Just so the humans can be useful.
I mean, they're exhaust ports, so...
It wasn't exhaust ports. That's the case. If it was exhaust ports, they would have been incinerated from the heat of the exhaust. All right. So no, those weren't functional. Those holes weren't functional for anything other than to crawl through because of their stupid MacGuffin Deus Ex Machina writing. Now, if they had to avoid searing hot gas in that crevice, okay, fine. If they made it seem like that was not the intended use for that passage, fine. If they had to maybe swim through like drainage, fine. Okay, but no, it was a ventilation shaft, all right, or something that had no air in it, just so they can walk up and do something and feel useful.
Look, man. Honestly, I can say this is possibly the first Transformers movie where the humans were useful.
No, I don't want. And I was like, oh boy. As soon as he gave him that wrist thing, and halfway through the movie, I'm like, oh boy, it's Mark Wahlberg all over again. Okay,
I mean,
because humans don't need to be fighting in a Transformers movie. If you do that, your movie's trash. You don't know what to do with Transformers. The Transformers are 50-foot tall giant space robots with blasters. They transform. They do all these cool skills, and you're gonna pan over to see a human shoot a gun. Okay, I've seen so many humans shoot guns of various sorts in every movie, but how many giant robots have we got? If you got giant robots in your movie, you're not using them. Fuck you. All right, you're terrible. You should feel bad. Okay, and I'm tired of this franchise. I'm done with it. Okay, this is worse than freaking Bumblebee. All right, I hated Bumblebee, and I hate this movie even more. All right, I'm so angry right now. The only good thing about me going to see this movie in the theater was my wife enjoyed it, and we had a good time because I'm glad she enjoyed herself. All right.
Well, how about you put her on the mic so she can say some positive things?
Oh yeah, she liked the soundtrack.
I said put her on the mic.
No, I said what she liked. She liked the soundtrack. She liked when Bumblebee came out of the plane and did his little return. All right. I'm like, F this. I'm sick of that little stupid dog boy. Okay, that's what he is now. All right, he sucks. He is no. I'm tired of dogging Bumblebee out. Bumblebee is a young prodigy phenom. Okay, he in every iteration of that character, he is beyond his years in skill and battle prowess. And they did him dirty in that first Transformers movie, and they have yet to use him correctly. He is always some mute invalid mascot. That is all he's good for. He has no personality. He adds nothing to the plot. And again, you can replace him in Bumblebee with a dog. All right, a robot dog, and that plot does not change at all.
Hey, don't call Bumblebee Axel. What's wrong with you? Okay,
Nah, he is Axel. No, those movies are good. All right, it's Axel. What? Tell me how Axel is worse than any of those Transformers movies. They're all dumb robot movies at this point. Who would be wrong?
I don't think Axel transformed, but okay.
It don't matter. He don't have to transform at this point. The transforming, she could have rode him like a horse. It really don't matter. I think the only thing that would mess up is that the whole transformer has been because of the car angle. That is it. He brings nothing to the plot because he's not a character. And none of the other Transformers are not much of a characters either. They're a bunch of one-liners like RC. I'm like, oh, cool. RC looks so cool, and we get a chance to do her correctly because this isn't the first time RC shows up. She gets murdered in Revenge of the Fallen, or at least part of her. I don't know. At this point, this franchise makes no sense because RC showed up in Revenge of the Fallen as three robot motorcycles. That was RC before. Is it RC2 now or something?
I don't know, but they should have just... Okay, so the problem with the Transformers franchise is they're still trying to create this timeline where these movies can still connect to the original ones that came out in 2007. It's not even about letting it die. It's like, so in this next one or the one after that, they're going to leave and come back to Earth? Because you got to remember, everybody fell down to Earth in 07. So it's like,
y'all. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
No, but Bumblebee was already there. But yeah, you're right.
Bumblebee
they weren't stuck. There. Yeah, but they weren't stuck.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, so they're going to go back to Cybertron, then come back, and Bumblebee just decides to stay and just sits and...
I'm not crazy. RC was in Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah. It's 3 different robots. ARC. But, all right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate this movie, Samir?
Okay, I'm going to do you a favor this time. I'm going to give you a whole number. 0. It gets no points from me. This is probably one of my most least favorite movies of this year. It is probably the worst movie I've seen this year. All right, I awarded no points, and it is hot trash.
Okay. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie.
Why, Bernard? What were your positives? You didn't get... I'm sorry, I kind of took over this review. Tell me some of your positives.
Okay, so I like the fact that the humans were actually useful. And
why do the humans have to be useful, Bernard? What about them is so interesting? You have the Noah Perez, whatever his name is, and then you have I forgot Alicia something.
Elena.
Okay, that's so interesting, Bernard.
Okay, so Noah was pretty much relatable. So he was the guy.
Okay, let's pause there, Bernard. We're nerds, right? Right? And I would think that most of the people who go to see this movie are also somewhat nerdy. So why do we need human people to relate to? Why must the characters have to look like us for us to relate to? If you write correctly, if you're good at your job and don't suck, okay, you can make very interesting looking characters have human, air quote, like emotions, okay? Everyone, no matter where you are in the cosmos, you have commonality, all right? You want to protect yourself. You want to protect the ones you love. You want somewhere to be safe. All right? All these things are prevalent. You don't need human-looking people to do that. Okay? They already established that with the Transformers. They have a war. Okay? They want to stop it. They want to protect their home. All right? And they want to get back to it. Those are all very relatable things. Let the Transformers have development. Let them take the plot and lead it. Go on. I'm going to keep doing this, but go on.
I don't even know if I want to go on because you're going to cut it off for 5 minutes.
No, come on!
And you obviously are going to get the development of Optimus Prime, who has pretty much been a dick in this movie until, Noah just almost destroyed the key. And so, and he also had to learn from Primal. So it's just like, they're learning from each other at the end of the day. But yeah, like I
Look.
said, Noah was a relatable character because he was a soldier who's down on his luck. Did they even say he got dishonorably discharged?
No, they didn't really explain any of that. They just said
They just
minority,
say he was a former
poor minority.
former military. Yeah. In a very racist New York because obviously his his commanding officer, kind of shitted on him.
Oh, are we going to talk about the end credits?
Oh, so you want to talk about the HCU? As I'm
all right. So here's the thing. They have so little respect for the Transformers franchise. They use them as a backdoor pilot to the goddamn the reboot of the G.I. Joe. Apparently,
hey man, it's the HCU, man. It's coming. It took long enough, but it is coming. So I just want you to look up what else is in Hasbro. Go ahead, type in Hasbro, see what other properties Hasbro owns.
No, they got a lot. I don't care though. All right, they haven't given us a good Transformers movie.
So you don't want a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover?
They honestly, at this point, I don't want to see G.I. Joe crossover with Transformers. They haven't given me. They haven't done They haven't done Transformers correctly for them to add in any of the properties that won't let them get overshadowed. I'm sorry, it's the truth. They can't seem to give us a Transformers movie with actually interesting Transformers characters and with good personalities. They can't write them as people, apparently. They're just all catchphrases. They're a collection of walking catchphrases. All right? And then they have some schmuck that we're supposed to like. I honestly, halfway through, it's like, why do we have to sit here and look at this guy take care of his brother with sickle cell? I guess that would have been interesting in a different movie, but right now I just want to get back to the Transformers. It's like it's Bumblebee all over again. It's like I watched Bumblebee recently to get ready for this movie, right? And this is supposed to be one of the best Transformers movies. All right, and all I'm thinking about is, wow, they actually gave us an interesting antagonist in this Transformer, whose name I can't remember, but she was really cool. All right, not only is this franchise is deficient in female characters, okay, they gave us a really good villain in this lady, and it's like they kept panning away to see Haley Steinfeld get over her dead father. All right, that is not that interesting compared to a cool space lady. Give me more space lady. All right, I'm sorry. That's just what am I what am I looking at here? All right, and then the climax, it's like, yay! She gets over her fear and dives, and I'm like, but that's not. You didn't help him out of the water. All right, he was already going to get out. You didn't even wake him up. You dove down there. He drugged you out of the water. It didn't make any sense. I'm sorry. It doesn't make it's giving Blade Trinity is what it's doing. All right, and I'm gonna explain this reference. Okay, do you remember the first two Blades, Bernard?
Yes.
Okay, you know where I'm going with this, right?
Go ahead, man.
Okay, so the first Blade, all right, the first Blades were pretty cool. All right, they stand out. They're like some of the first superhero movies that got wide releases and did well commercially. Okay, you have Wesley Snipes' Blade. He's running around doing his kung fu stuff. He's the sword play, this gun stuff. You know, it's like 1998, so this bullet time. It looks pretty dope, right? And then you get Blade 2. All right, you get an expanded cast of more villains and allies. Looks really cool. Crazy special effects for this time, and a really hard hitting, well done final boss fight. I'm talking like they're breaking stone. They're flipping all over the place. It's just doing all kinds of superhero stuff, right? Enter Blade Trinity. And up until this point, the cast has been 90% vampire. All the fisticuffs and special effects and all this other stuff have been done by vampire characters. But when you enter in a bunch of human characters, you have to make them look cool. All right? And to do that, apparently they have to make all the vampires shitty. So if you're a comic nerd like me, I'm a stickler for consistent mythoses, right? If you show your characters doing something in the previous iterations, you kind of have to keep going with that. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, right? So in the first Blade trilogy, in the first Blade movie, you see Deacon Frost dodge point-blank bullets. Blade pulls out a gun. He shoots him a few feet away. Deacon avoids these bullets. That's how fast the vampires are. Blade 2, okay? You see Blade fight a vampire hybrid guy, and he's jumping all over the place. He's doing crazy stuff. They're breaking stone. They're flipping all over the place. Wow, these guys are crazy strong and fast, right? And then you got Blade Trinity. You have Abigail Wesker Wessler, played by Jessica Biel, right? And she's, she has to look cool because otherwise, why is her character there if she's not cool looking in an action movie, right?
Samir, get to the point, please.
The point is, all right, you see her run around and you make her look cool, but you make all the vampires look bad because, well, if she's able to punch and kick them and kung fu them, they're clearly not that strong. What's up with these other movies? You have Ryan Reynolds, Hannibal King, beating Triple H in a wrestling match. That movie didn't make any sense. And all because they had to make the human characters look cool. Okay? Fast forward to this movie, right? Transformers Rise of the Beast. All right? Not only did Mirage had to die, all right, to give this guy a super suit, okay? With this super suit, a character who has been killing primes and other high-ranking Autobots and Maximals, what have you, all these other highly skilled, powerful Transformers, he gets his super suit, and in 30 seconds, he's able to, with the assistance of Optimus Prime, whoop Scourge's ass.
Okay,
why?
So I'm going to stop you right there because he didn't whoop Scourge's ass. Optimus Prime whooped Scourge's ass.
This man, so let me get this straight. This guy's old. This is a very old being. All right? And this entire time, he ain't never been jumped before. He's never been jumped. Nah. I ain't going to take that. He's never been jumped before.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you don't know. It's giving bad writing, and it's just bad continuity. I'm sorry. It's trash. All right? The humans are Transformers now. That's it. This whole franchise, all right, the humans are the stars. They run around. They take all the screen time. They get all the personality, and now they're getting the clutch moments. Oh, let me get this straight. Hang on. Oh, there's another thing I have here. I got so many problems with this movie. Not only is Noah a disgraced army pirate, he's the one that devised the plan. He huddles up everybody. Everybody, let's huddle up. Let's get this plan going, guys. Like, who are you? Like, you got Optimus Prime here who's been fighting a war and really a resistance for thousands of years, and he's the one that comes with the plan? This is what I'm talking about. Disrespect. This movie has no respect for its characters.
So we don't know how long Optimus Prime has been leading the Autobots.
Let's see how old he is. He has to have an age.
I mean, they never tell you the age of the Autobots. So it's like I said, dude. It feels like Prime is still in his leadership infant.
He's about 9 million years old.
Are you looking at comics or film? Or are you looking at G1?
He's old. All right.
You didn't answer my question.
G1.
Okay, that's G1. That's something from the 80s. Okay. So like I said,
it's the same character.
Okay, so yeah.
Bernard. Okay, pause. All right, let's not say he's 9 million. Okay, fine. Let's scratch that. He's definitely older than 30. He's definitely older than a human lifespan. He has definitely been waging a war against the Decepticons and whoever else for longer than a human has been alive.
Okay,
so I'm
gonna stop you there because we don't know how long that war was taking place on Cybertron.
Oh, so Optimus Prime's a rookie. That's your kind of argument. He's a rookie.
Yeah, he could be a rookie.
Bernard, you go. Is that the argument you're making here? That Optimus Prime is a rookie, and that's it. Then why do they follow him? How does he get the title of Prime? That's a rank.
I know Prime is a rank, nigga. I've read more Transformers comics than you.
Okay, you don't sound like it. Why is your boy taking orders from a disgraced army private? This is what that movie did to him. Say it with me. This movie's trash. Say it with me.
No.
Why is it that all the Autobots and the Maximals left when Optimus was about to get murked by the vacuum, the vortex? He's about to get sucked into it. The only one that comes back is Noah.
Primal came back. Why you acting like Primal didn't come back?
Why didn't Bumblebee come back? Bumblebee is his boy. He didn't come back. No,
he got Elena out of there.
What about RC? What about RC?
RC2.
She couldn't come back.
RC2 like this support.
Oh, she's lighter. She's lighter than Noah in the super suit. Come on, they had to make him the clutch guy. They had to put him up there. That's what I'm taking. They put the human characters on this pedestal, and I'm savage. All right, I'm tired of it, Bernard. I came to see Transformers. All right, the movie's called Transformers: Rise of the Beast. We got no Transforming Maximal. They transform once, and mind you, the janky, bland ass Battlefield didn't even give you a good look at the transformations. Am I wrong?
I mean, what do you want them to like slow down in the middle of a fight?
I would like to have seen it more.
So you can see so you can see Primal's head pull a 360 along with his lower torso, bro.
So here's the thing.
Okay, so
here's the thing though. We got a good look.
The Maximals do not transform as exquisitely as the Autobots. Okay, their transformations are basic as fudge.
That's not the problem I'm having though, Bernard. We had a good look at both at the vehicle forms and the actual transformation forms of the Autobots. They look good, okay? But the Maximals, huh?
Because they have more parts.
Okay, but the Maximals got nothing. All right, it's called Rise of the Beast.
I know what it's called. I know what it's called.
We got nothing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going back. I upgrade my score. I'm not giving you a whole number. All right, it's getting -7.
Okay.
-7. This is the lowest I'll ever rate a movie. All right, you know why? It did not understand the assignment. Okay, this movie doesn't know what it is. All right, and it's disrespectful.
Okay.
All right. And I'm done with this franchise. All right. I will forever ban these movies from this podcast. We're not reviewing any more Transformers movies after this.
No.
I hate these movies.
You're not reviewing any more Transformers movies. So if I want to watch a movie that you don't
want to watch, you can watch them. They're not going to be on this podcast. After this, I don't care. I'm done.
Okay. Like I said, you're done. I'm not. So the movie actually gets a 7 for me. Mainly because
not very. You didn't justify that 7 yet, because I don't know where you get that 7 from. I just said
primarily because of the last act.
The last act was trash. So let me get this straight. If the last act was better, it would have got a 10 from you.
Yeah.
You like this movie that much?
Maybe a 9. I did enjoy it. Like I said,
bro.
It's just like the last 10, 15 minutes with Noah getting.
So let me get this straight. The opener was good for you. Like, I'm saying, all the time they spent on Noah's life, that was quality time for you in the movie?
Okay, so, Samir, unlike you, I like the human interaction. And the
why? They're not even that good. I'm sorry, why don't you watch Finding Forrester then? If you want to see a minority kid make it, go watch Finding Forrester. That movie does it better.
Bro, what's up with you and Loco and Finding Forrester?
It's a good movie.
I know it's a good movie.
I'm saying, I didn't come to this movie to see a minority kid make it. All right, and they spent so much time on that. How about this? If they spent half this movie building up a meet cute between Noah and Alicia and Lena, whatever, who cares? And the movie turned into a rom-com. Would you enjoy that? Because it's just as jarring.
I mean, didn't the first Transformers turn into a kind of a romance?
I don't even know. I hate this franchise so damn much.
Alright, so it's a -7 for Samir and it's a 7 for me. So, guys, this is Bernard, the Scarlet Spider, and Samir, the angry King in Black, who's about to go full carnage in this bitch.
I'm so angry right now. This movie got me pissed off. I hate it so much.
Calm down, man. Your blood pressure.
I hate it so much. I can't stand this movie. It's like, he's like, oh, you gotta watch Bumblebee to get ready for Rise of the Beast.
No, and I'm like, no, don't put that on me. I said the way Bumblebee wrapped up, you didn't have to watch it. You like, I'm gonna watch it anyway with my wife.
All right, I hate you. I hate this movie. I hate you. I hate this movie. I hate it so much. It's so
all right,
bad.
Guys. We're the Angry Blurs. This is the Angry Blurs podcast. Samir, say your part.
I hate these movies. I hate them. I hate them so much.
All right, I'm gonna just have to say everything. Join us next week, same Blur time, same Blur channel. So next week, we're gonna be on double review duty. So, The Flash, which has been mirrored with controversy and whatnot, has been released. And also, I was looking at my phone while you were going on your rant. they just announced that Andy Muschietti will be directing Batman: The Brave and Bold.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Who's that?
Guy. He's the guy who directed The Flash and It. You idiot.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My brain. I'm seething with hate right now.
All right, and we will also be reviewing The Blackening as well.
Oh yeah. Hopefully that one doesn't suck balls. It shouldn't. It's getting pretty good reviews. Unlike Rise of the Beast.
I told you it's like an 80 on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, it's a 53.
The Blackening, you dipshit.
Oh yeah. Like I said, The Blackening looks okay. It looks good. It should be funny. I'm so angry right now. I hate these movies so much. Oh, hang on. Okay, now this one might be a genuine question. Is there precedent for humans repairing Autobots and Transformers now?
Yes, that was always the thing. The Wikis had a garage.
I'm just saying, it's like, it sounds kind of dumb because what makes them able to transform anyways?
Who knows? But yeah.
Now this is me jabbing at the whole franchise because they never really talk about their physiology, and so it's like, is it just car parts? Because anyone can do that. Or is it some actually advanced techno-organic matter that they mold into whatever they want? Like now you got a kid rebuilding a whole. There wasn't much left of Mirage at the end of this movie.
Spike Wiki, who was basically the Gen 1 version of Sam, worked in a garage with his father. They would repair the Autobots after battles. So that is a thing.
I guess it's a thing, but it's a dumb thing. It should. I mean, seriously. I'm like, yeah, what the hell?
The Blackening's at 83%, Samir.
Yeah, it should be a good movie, unlike this trash.
All right.
Honestly, maybe Transformers is just dumb. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Shut up! I'm trying to wrap up the pod.
Go then. I don't care. I hate these movies. I'm done with them.
All right. So, guys, we will see you next week. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. I'm also thinking about maybe doing a hotline so you guys can like leave voicemails, and because we did the whole Ask a Blurred thing, but I gave out the email and I guess people don't email anymore. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna try to work out like getting a number or something so you guys can leave voicemails and ask us questions or something like that. So we will see you next week. Samir, tell the people bye and shut up about Transformers. You went on a whole 20-minute spiel about it.
I hate Transformers. That's my goodbye. I hate Transformers.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week because this guy here, man.